is still a work in progress, allow me to focus on two things that I consider to be right with our country. And I believe the first has to do with opportunities created by our economic transformation as a nation. A transformation that begins with ideas but ends with hard work before the fruits of prosperity are earned. And these opportunities have been exploited by those who have rejected labels that disempower them, that discourage them, and instead have been taken up by those who want to embrace truth that inspire the work of these hands that God has given us. They have resolved not to be organized by the politics of division, hatred, and baseless promises. Rather, they have seized the day and thus migrated from also being earners of wage to owners of capital. I want to give example of one particular group of Juakali artisans who for a long time have operated on Ngong Road, have operated in Kariobangi, and in Kamukunji. They came together and have built a company that today is worth over 250 million Kenya shillings, a quarter of a billion shillings ya wafanyikazi wa Juakali. And they have been able to do this because they believed in their own capabilities and not in difficult and empty political promises. And this is what should inspire us all, and in particular our young people. And I want to tell you how they did it. When my administration rolled out the affordable housing scheme under our Big Four agenda in 2019, a group of Juakali artisans from these areas came to see me and said that they wanted to be involved in that agenda. And we contracted them to make doors for the houses that were being built for one of our projects. And as they executed this contract, they decided to form a company that would receive their payments. And they formed Ngoko Kamaka Limited, which is a name drawn from where they used to operate along Ngong Road, Kamukunji, and Kariobangi. On completing their task of building those doors just for one estate, this group of Juakali artisans bought 55 units of the houses of whose doors they were making, and in 2 years, they have moved from an ad hoc Juakali entity to a formal business entity which has the requisite creditworthiness to take large loans from banks. Today, this Juakali group is worth over a quarter of a billion Kenya shillings because their focus was right and their understanding of where Kenya is going was correct. There are other examples of positive energy. As many shouted and screamed at the height of the pandemic, as opposed to helping us find solutions, we came up with a Juakali initiative to take into account the many who, from no fault of their own, lost employment, and we managed to mobilize resources for the Kazi Mtaani initiative, an undertaking that we took as an administration to cushion our well-meaning young people from the COVID-19 pandemic. And as a result, across the country, over 500,000 young people managed to benefit, and some still continue to benefit from this initiative. But despite the fact that some had lost their jobs, the Kazi Mtihani initiative allowed them to form 1,266 youth groups that were not organized by government, but were organically formed by the young men and women themselves. Of these groups, 1,025 have benefited from commercial loans and our affirmative action funds. Similarly, they have established since then 2,113 new businesses that did not exist before COVID in agribusiness, in retail and services such as salons and barber shops across the country. Wakenya ambao walikubali na wakasema hawatashindwa na shida, watajichukulia hatua na tukasaidiana na wao. Mambo ya kuongea matope na matusi haijengi nchi. Mpende msipende haijengi nchi. Hiyo ndio ukweli. This is testament that if we as a country focus on our capabilities over empty political promises, then the impossible is nothing. If Juakali artisans can do and form corporations that are now worth millions of shillings in less than 2 years, and those who form themselves in groups under Kazi Mtaani are able to start small businesses across the country, I believe every Kenyan can do the same if they focus on their capabilities and exploit the positive side of what is right about our country. Indeed, another uplifting example worth mentioning on the economic front has to do with the quality of our workforce. The World Bank, kwa sababu sisi, we don't like looking at statistics, we like creating statistics. Kulingana ni nani anaongea, hiyo ndio ukweli. But statistics from global organizations, the World Bank itself has indicated that Kenya will have the most productive workforce on the African continent by the year 2036 if we continue on our trajectory. And this excellence, as we have just heard, is not only just being felt in Kenya, but it is also being felt internationally. Today, we as Kenyans are the third largest skilled workforce of all foreign workers in the United States of America. Kenya, nchi ndogo.